Well, the Republicans are very clearly standing against bogus health care reform, that which will do grave injury to those who are very sick, those with cancers, unborn children, their mothers. This is, I think, the worst piece of legislation that I have seen in my 29 years as a member of Congress. It's filled with duplicity. Its complexity is designed to confuse. And the way people are talking about it, including the President of the United States, is classic art of misdirection. Talk about it as if it does one thing while it does precisely the other. This is the abortion industry bailout bill of 2009. It will cause hundreds of thousands per year additional abortions because it will market it, provide new venues, new abortion clinics, and public subsidies, public funds will be paying for abortions. And the evidence, the empirical evidence is when you pay for it, especially for vulnerable women who feel they have nowhere else to turn, someone standing there with cash and saying you can get an abortion at that point of vulnerability, it helps tip the scales to have the abortion rather than, go to a pregnancy care center, affirm mother and baby. There are people who will help you. Oh, I definitely feel the president was misleading, not just on immigration reform, but a whole host of other things. That speech was political beyond words, but political shouldn't be a dirty word. A lot of misinformation. His statements about abortion were untrue. And there was we need candor. I think people, he accuses us of bickering. Disagreement is healthy and necessary in a democracy. Don't call that bickering. We're standing up for fundamental human rights, standing up for, living up to our laws, and illegal immigration certainly breaches that, particularly if you look askance and act as if you don't care. But I was very disappointed in that speech and the reaction by some to it. We all think Joe Wilson is a wonderful man. He should have held his thoughts, but there was misinformation in many instances being conveyed to the American public and to Congress that night. We don't get the coverage. I held 4 press conferences on Obamacare, 3 of them in July, early August, and one just a couple of weeks ago. Other than 1 or 2 media outlets, nobody else came. We had a broad section of members of Congress, Democrats and Republicans, at a couple of the press conferences, a number of non-governmental organizations, people wanted to speak out. They just don't show up. So to a very large extent, our message doesn't get across by many in ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, and I find that outrageous. They ought to be covering both sides, which is the American way, and let people make informed decisions, but it's very heavily skewed towards Obama.